Currently picking up with you from a little walk along the path next to the river. We are headed to see about a boatyard. We don't exactly know how to get into the boatyard or if they have space or anything. We tried to ring them up this morning, but no one was answering. And it's quite difficult to do anything in boatland in a rush. But we are in a rush because we've got lots to think about. So we are taking our chances. And if they say no, we got some exercise. Huh?
Exactly.
Look on the upside of everything. To quickly recap, we are just two folks living on a boat. We love to be out cruising, but there are some much needed repairs that have come about recently that our boat Annabelle needs. We took her out the water for a small welding job just before our last trip and unfortunately noticed her blacking only a year in was not in a great way. We also bent and damaged our prop while cruising and have a replacement on the way. However, if we don't find a boatyard to lift us out so we can tackle the job, who knows when we'll be out cruising again. Subscribe to the channel and follow along as we go. The difficult thing with trying to find a boatyard is because we have a damaged prop, we don't want to cruise for ages to get there. We're working in between Paul's work schedule, so it's working around time like that, and you generally book out week for week, so you've got to make sure that you've got enough time within that week and time off to actually do the job and to be available to move the boat there for when they take it out the water. And obviously the facilities that are available, we need a pressure washer, we need to be able to stay on the boat, all those things. They're all factors to consider, which makes our availability or the options available to us very slim pickings. No footpath road, motoring on. We don't actually know where we're going. It's one of those weird canal locations that you can't really tell, but we thought rather than look it up, we'll just trot and we're sure we'll find it at some point. And just like that, we made a booking. Now, we didn't march in their camera first, so you're going to have to wait until we get there for boatyard views. In a wave of relief, this is us celebrating. Nothing like a beer and a hot chip to back our excitement. We ended up making a booking to get the boat taken out, use the dry dock, and we are chuffed. We are basically saved. We didn't get a 2-week booking. We originally wanted 2 weeks, but we got one. And it seems like it's just going to be a good old vibe there.
Living the dream, baby.
We're back on track. Worth the walk. Met such a nice guy, had some other chats, just ended up being a day where things worked out. So from a downer, we're on the up. One hell of a gorgeous day out there. I can literally right now hear wedding bells. So someone is obviously getting married and having a celebration, and what a luck they hit with this day. Such a treat. It's been kind of on off for the week. As you well know, we are filming this in kind of real time. So yes, what a beauty. But I'm stuck inside and it's time for a cleanup. As you know, I started an upcycled shirts business a little while ago and it is getting out of hand. maybe not the best idea to run a clothing operation from a very tiny space. So I've got bags of fabric and I'm trying to sort out storage, so I'm just trying to get a handle on it and get it out of the way. While I spent most of my weekend organising, Paul got down to ordering the paint for the roof. And that leads us here. Since when do fashion and tools go together?
That's today. Do you know what it says underneath?
Professional.
For professionals. I must be a professional.
Let's see once the paint is off the roof. How professional.
Smells new. Smells good.
Love a freebie, hey?
If it's for free, it's for me. Hey? So one of the tools arrived the other day to help slit the roof. It's a scabbler. So it's got these little wheels. And they tend to take the paint off. So I might do the whole roof instead of just the sides, because this will help us take all the paint off. And I'm just waiting for some vac tan to arrive, because I was using fur tan, but you have to take all the fur tan off before you start painting over it, whereas vac tan you can paint straight on once it's dried. And I'm just going to paint over the top of that some grey zinc primer. So that's what we've got in store for the next week.
That, guys, is pretty much this week's video. We've just basically been keeping you updated along the way. Little short, sweet snippets from our version of boat life. Got a big week ahead. The weather's looking good. So yeah, the roof is gonna be a big one and surely gonna be interesting to see how that unfolds. Our first time tackling a big paint job. Because we've got a lot of big things coming up and not much is going on in between, we are only getting to the boatyard at the end of September and we're kind of up to date on our filming. So we're going to go back down to doing one video a week on a Monday and putting all the good stuff from the week in there for you. So it'll be an interesting, maybe a little bit longer watch than usual, and just give ourselves a break from doing the 2 videos. It goes without saying that we are super duper grateful to all our regular viewers. Thank you so much. Every time you hit that subscribe button, every time you come back to watch a video, I am definitely not afraid of a bit of a cringy gratitude moment. We love you all so much, and the fact that we can share our lives with you. So a big thank you to all of you, and stay tuned.